Part 2. Joshua 7:23-8:35. Then Joshua sent messengers, who ran to the tent of Achan, and found the hidden things, and brought them out before all the people. Then, because Achan's crime had harmed all the people, and because his children were involved with him in the crime, they took them all, Achan, and his sons and his daughters, and the treasure that had been stolen, and even his sheep and his oxen, and his tent, and all that was in it. And the people threw stones upon them until all were dead. Then they burned their bodies and all the things in the tent, and over the ashes they piled up a heap of stones, so that all who saw it would remember what came to Achan for his sin. Thus, God showed his people how careful they must be to obey his commands, if they would have God with them. After this, Joshua sent another army, larger than before, against Ai. And they took the city, and destroyed it, as they had destroyed Jericho. But God allowed the people to take for themselves what they found in the city of Ai. Then they marched on over the mountains, until they came near to the city of Shechem, in the middle of the land of Canaan. The people of the land were so filled with fear that none of them resisted the march of the Israelites. Near Shechem are the two mountains, Ebal on the north, and Gerizim on the south. Between these is a great narrow valley. There Joshua gathered all the people of Israel, with their wives and their children. In the midst of this place, they built an altar of undressed stones piled up, for they had left the tabernacle and the brazen altar standing in the camp at Gilgal, by Jordan. On this new altar they gave offerings to the Lord and worship. Then before all the people Joshua read the law which Moses had written. And all the people, with their wives, and even the little children, listened to the law of the Lord. Half of the tribes stood on the slope of Mount Ebal on the north, and these, as Joshua read the words of warning which God had given to those who should disobey, all answered with one voice, Amen. And the other half of the tribes stood on the slope of Mount Gerizim on the south, and as Joshua read God's words of blessing to those who should obey the law, these answered Amen. When they had done all this, and thus given the land to the Lord and pledged themselves to serve God, they marched again down the mountains, past the smoldering ruins of Ai, past the pile of stones that covered Achan, and past the broken walls of Jericho, back to the camp at Gilgal beside the river.
Please like, share, or subscribe to our channel. Thank you and may God bless you.